What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld, and it's some very disturbing news that I've been hearing about as far as Madden 19 and this whole thing with the coin selling and stuff like that. EA Sports is actually thinking about removing the auction house. Now, before you get crazy, last year, coming into this game with Madden 17, they tried to get rid of the trade block. Now, look, let me just explain something to you about what's going on, right? The whole power-up situation and stuff like that, EA was utilizing that to try to limit the way that people could distribute cards and, be able to, transfer whatever. And that's the whole that's the big thing about the power-ups. Now, I don't really use the trade block that often unless I'm doing like a giveaway or something like that. But even with that, you can't, once you trade the card away, the person that you trade the card to can't sell it or do anything like that. But EA still, in fact, because people sell cards, are still tracking what you do with the trade block as well. There's actually been people that's been banned for just trading their cards over to their other account. Remember though, like I just said, when you trade a card over, that card cannot be auctioned or traded to somebody else other than the person that traded to you initially. Okay, that's something that they added new for Madden 18. Now, as far as that goes, that's a whole nother animal. The auction house now, let me tell you why this would destroy Madden 19. Obviously, right? There's a lot of people that like to complete sets. Can you imagine if you couldn't buy a card from here? Can you imagine that? Like if you had to do everything yourself. That would pretty much, it would cripple a lot of people's ability to do specific things within their Ultimate Team with ease, the way that we're able to do it now. Because if you need like a gold card, you know what I'm saying, to complete a set, and then you don't have any gold cards, that would pretty much force you to have to buy packs. Now, I don't know exactly what's going to happen with it, but this is something that's been leaked out. That, oh, bro, we're going to be taking away the auction house and stuff like that. Remember, EA does things like this because they want people to start to talk about the new game, okay? But remember, that was something that was very seriously considered with the trade block. And then in order to give us the trade block, they added that new rule to it. Like, yeah, you can still trade, but the thing that you trade is not auctionable or tradable to anybody else other than the person that gave it to you. So that's like stupid. Because even if like say a lot of you guys run around with farm accounts and you do like weird things with it and you like have like 1,000 accounts and you're doing all kinds of stupidness, with that, I can understand what they're doing with that because pretty much you can actually sell your team and EA wants a piece of everything. You already know that, bro. They charge you an imaginary 10% that they use with the Sims game to be millionaires. So they want a piece of everything. But this, in my opinion, would be pushing it too far. Because what that would do is this. You would not be able to do anything unless you were willing to spend money. And remember, this is not the first. The reason that I think that it's a high possibility that they might do it is something like this, right? When you go to the store, remember, they tried this with us to see how many people would do it. And this really still bothers me. This whole game day program stuff, I don't care about the fake coaches and all that stuff. I don't care about that, right? This right here, because that's an option if you want to get a fake coach and be an idiot and run around with a fake coach. That's your part. That's your prerogative. When they did the first hero sets, right? They gave us one set, offensive or defensive, and then they made us have to spend $5, which I never did. You can see it's still one remaining, to do the other solos. They wanted us to pay to do solos. So they're showing us that, look, this is one way you can do it. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like you could buy it or you could do without it. But they're solos though. I remember when Madden Ultimate Team first started, nobody was even thinking about purchasing stuff to play a solo. The solos were long, they were boring, and we dealt with it to get whatever things that they offered us. The pack openings were a lot better. There was a lot better pack luck. All that stuff. Everything was better. The more money that they started to make, the more they took away. This right here is just ridiculous though, because again, a lot of the sets, just put it like this, right? If you don't have a binder like mine, let's just say that they actually did that, and they're gonna continue to recycle the promos. You're gonna have position heroes. You're gonna have other things that require a lot of stuff. There's 50 things that are required right here. So instead of seeing like a search where you could go and look for a card, guess what's gonna happen? There will be no search. You have to go and buy those cards. You got to go into the store, and what they're going to probably do, because a lot of you guys think it's a joke, this is what they're probably going to do, right? They're going to make it like this. They're going to give you options to where you can use coins to get specific things. Sort of like this, right? every day I have to do something, or all of us, like I always recommend that we do a daily objective. You see this get a player thing? They're going to do something like this, where you can just go and you can get specific cards for coins for cheap, so that you don't need to use the auction house. You see what I'm saying? And then they eliminate it, because now look, there's no way to exchange currency. And the biggest thing about it is because, to be honest with you, they used to sell coins in Ultimate Team. And I think they started doing it again in Madden Mobile. So I don't understand why they would try to do all of this, because some of the people that are YouTubers or whoever are sponsoring coin sites. Like, if you don't want them to do that, just sell your own coins. You know, like, it's very, very simple, and then people won't have to go through all that. But they don't want to do that because they actually make more money by giving us very, very bad pack luck odds, which makes sense. It's a company, it's corporate, it's a traded company, EAsports, well known. So it makes more sense for them to give you disgusting pack odds and make you spend money to see what you get, than to just give you the option to buy coins to just get the player, because that would actually balance out everything. I don't think EA would lose money. If you really think about it, the only people that would be hurting is obviously the people that utilize coin sites, that get paid by coin sites to promote their coin site. You know what I'm saying? And the actual coin site companies. That's all that would be happening, because obviously you get paid if you promote it and stuff like that. So it doesn't really make any sense for them to do that. You know, again, you shouldn't have to try to get everything out of everything. But EA Sports has been known for doing that. So all I'm going to tell you is this. Madden 19 has the high possibility of having the auction block actually removed. And they're very, very serious about it. And they've been gearing us up for it by doing the things that I just showed you. By having you to pay for certain things within the solos. And things like this. With this level master stuff, they're probably going to look more to do this. But remember what I told you. When LaDainian Tomlinson came out, he was unstoppable. They patched the game. He became garbage, right? But they realized that. And they get the complaints. They don't respond to a lot of us, but they see it and they understand what's going on. So you know what they might do? They'll make it like this. They'll make you have to buy a player and then continue to upgrade that player throughout the year, and you could build your ultimate team that way. Because again, the coin selling sites are really starting to be a nag to them. And let me tell you, you know, like pretty much, I know you guys probably heard about other people that have tried to play competitive, and because they utilize coin selling sites, they were banned from the gameplay of the competitive mode. They're taking it very, very seriously, because trust me, a company that takes 10% of imaginary coins is not going to be very, very happy if you're making real money from utilizing their intellectual property, which we all utilize by playing the game. But in turn, they do get free promotion because you guys watch the videos, you guys want to build your team. So it's all inclusive. But remember, this whole big thing with the Nats, this is all an experiment. Remember that I've been trying to tell you guys this for a while, right? That EA Sports has continuously done this specifically to see what they can get away with. So all these Nat players, like, you know, Aaron Down, all this stuff like that, I had so many, but I've been completing sets. I remember when I sold this guy for 700K in September, when I was able to pull him out of one of the gauntlet packs that I did from doing the solos. So guys, definitely do your solos though. But these kind of cards, right, there was never a time in previous Maddens where I've been that frustrated, or I know a lot of you guys have a lot more Nats than this because you probably haven't completed sets, but it's very, very difficult for you to waste a lot of your time to get cards that have no value. So this was actually an experiment by EA to see how far they can go with it. And let's see what happens. How many times have you run into a game where you've seen a guy's whole starting lineup was power-ups? So pretty much what's been happening is they've already seen that they can get people to power up cards. Like, oh yeah, bro, I'm going to power up this guy, I'm going to power up this guy. I'm going to power up this guy. You see what I'm saying? So look what happened now. They know that they can actually get away with it. So why not continue to do it? And remember, the more that you guys continue to buy power-ups, the more that you guys continue to contribute to things that are non-auctionable and non-tradable, that makes them know that they can continue to do it. Because why should they stop? If you have no issue, and you're probably saying, Gmia, but why did you do Tom Brady? I got a Nat Tom Brady. You see what I'm saying? I got a Nat Tom Brady, and I just chose to power him up. But you can see his prices now. Nobody even really cares about him anymore. That guy sucks. But the only thing that I'll power up now like I said, and even before, I only have a few power-ups, and all of my power-ups were powered up because I got a nat version of the card. That's the only reason. You see what I'm saying? Because they made it so that, and that's another thing that they do. They do it in a way so you have to do it and add more things that cost more money. You see what I'm saying? Like, I got to use elite tokens. I got to spend more because I had a nat. So you get punished for getting nats because now you got to spend actual coins to upgrade the player, when if you look at the same tier 3 upgrade, if you got the real card, you only got to use one gold, one silver, as opposed to using double of everything. So they punish you for having a nat, and in addition, people are still doing power-ups. I don't understand what you guys are doing. It makes absolutely no sense, because remember, if you guys don't power up cards and they see that people are not powering up, because remember, they have access to all of our binders on their server. They can see and track how many people are actually powering up cards. If you guys stop powering up cards, they will see it doesn't work. They would have to stop doing it because it doesn't make dollars. It doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? So pretty much what's happening is it won't be the end of the world, but it'll be more of what Madden 18 already is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, they've already geared us up for what they're ultimately planning. So it's not going to be a surprise when there is no auction house in Madden, in Madden 19. So you guys need to start inquiring about it and start to figure out, is this going to happen? What are they going to do? Because I told you, they slipped it in a little bit with the trade block situation. Oh yeah, you could trade, but that trade is not worth nothing once it goes to the other person. You see what I'm saying? Like, they can't do nothing with it. So they've already slowly started to take away all of the ways that we've been able to, transport cards and do whatever. And then they say, oh yeah, but it's going to limit scamming. No, it doesn't. The same amount of people are getting scammed because some people just don't read, or they don't understand what they're doing, or it's a fake name and they think it's somebody that it's not. Like recently, I just saw that somebody did that with a fake YouTuber, and the guy got scammed. People don't read and see what's going on, and they just put themselves out there. And that's what a majority of the cases are. Or you get a fake email and you click on the link and give all your information, and never do that. You got to be very, very careful. If it's something that you don't recognize, don't click it. Just delete it. Block it. Put it to spam. Always protect your assets, because nobody's going to protect it more than you will. Let me know what you think about this with the auction house. Do you think this is a possibility and it might happen in Madden 19? Let me know. Share this video. See you guys and girls next time. GmiasWorld. One love.